Going back to like his first day at ECC, the Early Childhood Center, what were you feeling? Like what kinds of things were you nervous or were you confident that he would do well there, or what was going through your mind?
This for me?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I was, as normal, I was a little nervous. You have to consider when they come and pick up with the bus.
Right.
I follow.
You followed it.
I follow. He didn't even know, but I follow when the bus, when they're over here. I want to see.
Yeah.
Even when we have the meeting, you know, we took the space, when, you know, I was very comfortable. But it was my first time. And I saw him, like I say, very happy. You know, the way right away, the class was small. There was a lot in the section to play, whatever. And I saw him happy right away, and I started to relax. And I was confident Peter was in the right place. Mm-hmm. Right away, I was confident. When they put the hearing aids, I started to cry, and he looked at me. I don't know if you remember, but I can tell you. He said, "Mommy, why you cry?" He didn't say I hear better. He told me I feel better now. So September, with the hearing aids, and come here for 1.5 months already. The stuff flip right away, mm-hmm. You know, when his speech, because he has speech, mm-hmm. Okay, and was in an eating family. So when as soon as he got the hearing aids, couldn't hear, couldn't good, you know, right. He pick up right away. He started to pick up.
Truth is, like the first maybe week or 2 weeks, I really had no clue. I had no idea because my mom, my dad, they didn't want to alarm me at first.
Oh, so they didn't tell you?
They didn't say.
Well, they were being honest that that something was wrong. You need to get medical treatment, everything like that. But they didn't. They were just a little scared because I've been through like so much already as a young kid. The thing is, because I wasn't hearing everything, I was seeing everything. My visuals, I had always had a keen eyesight. I picked up little things, and I said to my dad, I'll never forget. I said, please be honest. What's going on? Because I knew in the back of my mind, I think I had cancer. And my dad, he told me, and he didn't tell me that I had cancer. And I'll never forget this. He said, I'm sorry. He said that God leaves. God gives, his soldiers hard obstacles, and he gives it to special people. And he said, and you may not understand it right now, why you're going through this, but in 10, 12 years, you'll look back onto this and you'll know that, it was something that was given to you, as a lesson. It says, take it as a lesson, and I'll never forget that night.
To come to the hospital, when they gave the room, was Marianne with her son, Jay, which one he has the same thing. When he has 18, he has the child form, he has the adult form. But she came and she said, Zina, don't worry about, he has the living proof, he will be fine.
what I was going through, what I was thinking was okay, you know what? It is what it is, and I need to get better. I need to get back onto the baseball field in spring because I was a big baseball player. I love baseball, and I was also good at it. And I was thinking this is gonna be my first spring that I'm missing baseball, and I was like, this cannot happen, you know? It cannot happen. I need to get back onto the baseball field. So, and I said to my dad, we're gonna do this. You know, I said to my mom and my dad, we're gonna do this together, and I'm gonna get back onto the baseball field in the spring. The social worker at the hospital, he recommended me to the Make-A-Wish Foundation, and my wish was, because you know how most people, they throw out the first pitch at a baseball game, so I'm a huge Mets fan, and during that time, 2006 and 2007, there was a catcher for the New York Mets, his name is Peter LoDuca, and yeah, so I'm not related to him, but I figured I really want to meet this guy, so I said, and he was a catcher too, just like me, you know, he was also Italian too, so it was kind of great. It was like, I have to meet this guy. So instead of throwing out the first pitch at a baseball game, my wish was to catch the first pitch. So, and you know, it was a great day. I went to the Shea Stadium, we toured the stadium, we met players, we met the whole team, and then, you know, we watched the game. You know, I was able to watch the game, and before the game, I caught the first pitch. So we had it on video and everything, got pictures. And the funny thing, the cool thing was that for baseball, since he was a catcher and his number was 16, I got that number too. So all my uniforms, it was LoDuca and 16, the same as him. So I wore my uniform, and he was going out to another LoDuca. So it was a great thing. So it was also like one of the best days of my life. You know, I've kind of battled, and you know, it's ingrained so deep into me now that it's just who I am, and you know how I feel about it now. I'm proud. You know, when someone asks you, you know, are you hard of hearing? Are you hearing? Are you deaf? And I tell them, you know, I'm hard of hearing, but a lot of people don't realize that. You know, like even though I'm hard of hearing, I still, you know, I'm not always 100%. But I'm proud. I face challenges every day, you know, and I'm not the only person. You know, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of kids, you know, my age, young kids, babies. They face those challenges every day. So, I think they're all proud of who they are.